Hello and welcome to USA Podcast. I'm David, your host. Thank you for joining me. You know, I get a lot of calls from people that call in and asking questions about what would I do in this situation and what would I do in that situation. Well, because I'm a massage therapist, I talk to a lot of women and men about different things that's going on in their life. And they like to tell me the personal things and confide in me certain things that they do and that what they would like their partners to do. And I like to tell my listeners that so I can help them improve their love life. Well, today we want to talk about something that's going on in one of my listeners' life, and he's going to remain anonymous. But the question is, what to do if the woman you love came home and told you she was pregnant, but not by you? That is a very, very difficult question to answer. But this is what someone is going through. His girlfriend came home pregnant by someone else. She told him she had been keeping this a secret for a couple of weeks, but she could not keep it a secret anymore, and said that she went out and she met someone, and one thing led to another, and they eventually had sex, and now she's pregnant. Now, he loves her very, very much, more than life itself. He would do anything for her. He said he is so hurt right now, he don't know what to do. So he's still processing the fact that she is pregnant by another man, that she betrayed him, that she was unfaithful to him. He's going through all of these range of emotions, the woman that he loved. Now he's wanting to know, what should he do about it? Would he be a fool for staying? Would he look weak? How would he look accepting another man's kid? Would she continue to be involved with this man now that she's carrying his baby? A wide range of things are going through his mind, as should it would any man, especially with somebody you love. Another man penetrating your woman. You're thinking about she making all of those sexy noises for him, those pleasurable noises. He's doing those things to her that only you and her share. This is so heartbreaking that you have to process it first before you make a decision, because if you make a decision too quickly, it may be the wrong one. So now let's talk about a couple of things that you have to think about dealing with. Number one, your wife being unfaithful. Do she love you the same way you love her? Because that'll be the first starting point. Because if she don't, then you know what to do. But if she said it was a mistake and she loved you and she won't do this again, then you may have to consider forgiving her and help raising that kid like it's yours. The other thing about it, you're gonna have to think about whether to tell the other man or not that he's the father of your wife's unborn son. You're gonna have to let him know that she told you everything and you are willing, you have forgiven her. And if y'all agree that that relationship will never ever happen again, the baby is what we're gonna concentrate on. Now, the other thing is, if she don't want to let him go, that she likes him and she's carrying his baby now, but she loves you. Because one thing the caller said was this, that she said making love to him was more physical and making love to her husband is more emotional. And he didn't know how to take that. So that means to me that she may still want to continue that relationship with him, because he is her jungle man. He is the one that handles up that business and be physical with her, put her in a place in the bedroom, do those things that a lot of men are too passive to do. A lot of men think their wife or woman are just too beautiful to slap them on the butt, to pull their hair, to choke them, to do them just like they would do any woman. See, one thing you got to remember, and we're going to stay on the point, that she said he was more physical. Women like a man physical in the bedroom. They like the man to be in charge. They like to be made to be submissive. They like to be choked. They like their hair pulled. They like to be slapped, especially on the butt, and all of these places where they have all these nerve endings. Now, will she continue with that? Because once you get a taste of that life, it's hard to go back to a boring life. See, you got a lot to process, because now you have a woman, your woman you love, pregnant with another man's baby. And he may not want to let her go. So you may have to look into sharing your woman if you love her that much. Because you'd have to say, would you be willing to just let him have her and leave you without the woman of your dreams? There's a lot of things that go along with this, especially in infidelity and with love and with passion. These three things come together and it's very, very explosive. So you wondering, would you look like a weak man by staying with your woman after she became pregnant with another man's baby? Are you worried about the embarrassment that you were fired from other people laughing at you raising another man's kid and saying that your woman is still going behind your back with him? How are you going to deal with all of that? Well, I'm going to tell you what I would do. I'm the type of man now that if I love that woman, I would accept that woman for her being pregnant with someone else's kid. And I would tell her, we're going to get through this together. And I would tell her, we must tell that guy because he needs to know who the father of that kid is, because there's no need in perpetrating a lie the rest of the kid's life. So that is very important. And let him know that, hey, me and my woman, my wife, we're going to stay together. We're going to get through this. Now, if she tell you that she want to do that, but she don't want to let him go, what do you do then? Well, as a man, it's kind of thrilling, kind of exciting, it's kind of taboo. But if you love that woman, you're going to take her. You're going to keep her, even if you're sharing her with another man. A lot of men won't do that. But if you're open-minded enough and you love your woman, you're not going to let him win like that. He may have caught your woman when she was vulnerable. He may have rocked her world in the bedroom. But that don't mean that you have to give up and let him win, because you can always redeem yourself. If you watch my podcast, I give you all kind of techniques on how to please your woman where she will not look at another man. I guarantee it. When I give you these techniques and tell you that, that's because they work. So you should take them and do exactly like I tell you, and you will never have a problem keeping your woman and keeping her satisfied, keeping her in submission. But as a man, you must rise above these differences. Yes, she became pregnant with another man's child. Yes, she was unfaithful to you. But love is stronger than that. Love conquers all. Love is unconditional. Yes, you did that. And I know it's going to be tough going through this pregnancy while another man's baby is growing inside of you. The thoughts of you being unfaithful and he doing things to you that I didn't do or maybe done better. All of these things going to go through your mind. And how you deal with that is if you talk about it. You don't keep them a secret. Let's get them out in the open. If he was better in bed, let him know that. If you were better at doing this, let him know that. Let's talk about it. It's healthy conversation. Don't never get mad when you're being corrected and told how to improve. Men love, well, I can tell you, a smart man would take the advice and use it to better himself, whether it's in lovemaking or whatever. So don't be afraid to have that open line of communication so she can explain to you everything, what caused this and where it will never happen again, because a lot of it maybe was your fault. By working a lot, you told me. You know, just by bringing in all the money and buying her everything, you are not taking care of her most important needs, her physical needs, her emotional needs. A woman needs to be pampered and satisfied from childhood. Daddy's little girl must always be babied and always be daddy's little girl, and you treat her that way. You pamper her. She is very precious to you, and when you don't, you allow somebody else to move in and to do something like this that happened to you. Someone touched your precious baby, and you may not have nobody to blame but yourself. So, if you love her like that, you cannot afford to lose her. So, you fight for her. You make sure this is a good pregnancy where she won't have any complications. You be there for her, because most likely he won't be. So you show her, you the bigger man. And in the long run, you're gonna win, because love conquers all. Right now, she has that physical attraction to him. But once your emotional turns to physical, you find out what you wasn't doing, and you become that man, because she says she don't want to leave you. You reinvent yourself and become that stud that she wants you to be. then you will never ever have this problem with her again. So, give your wife a second chance. And don't hold it over her head. Talk about it. Get it all out of the way. Everything you want to know. Every gory detail. Because if you don't find that out, you will never know. If your woman is a closet freak, you need to know. Because you better join her. Because she cannot dial that back. And that's one of the biggest problems, is that lack of communication. Because a lot of us do not even know anything about our partner, really. And let someone else find out what buttons to push, and now they have your woman. Or now they have your man. This is David from USA Podcast, Pillow Talk. Thank you for joining me.